Hello, guys. We were having some technical difficulties. If you're here, let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me because we were having some serious technical difficulties and I couldn't get in. I was like, where is my live? So, hello, hello, hello. This is Christine Michelle, and today we are going to talk about being the one no matter what. If you are here, just drop some information in the chat so that I can see that you can hear me and that you can see me. And let me know you're here. Tell me where you're calling from, where you're watching in from. I want to know. Okay. So today I want to talk about being the one no matter what and why that is so important, how it matters so much. Let's see. Hola. Yes, I see Carrie. Okay. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Good, good. All right. So that means that you can hear me. Hola, hola, hola. All right. So being the one no matter what. When you are doing anything in your life, whether it is creating a successful business, going through a difficult uncoupling situation, um, anything in your life, you've got to decide that you are going to be the one no matter what. You are going to be the one no matter what. And this requires faith. It requires faith. It requires you deciding that you're going to show up. It requires that I am not going to let external circumstances decide for me how this goes. Let me know if you have things in your life that you are creating, manifesting, you have big dreams. Let me know in the comments. Because when I look back and I look back at how I got here, how I got to be one of the only, one of two selected out of my entire state to work at Deloitte, which was a huge company. Everybody wanted to work there. I was one of two. How I decided that I was going to work for Coca-Cola, I walked in and I worked for Coca-Cola. How I decided that I was going to work for Victoria's Secret, I walked in, I got the job. Like, it was because I decided that I was the one no matter what. And I believed in myself and I had faith that it was going to work out. And I had faith that what I desired was going to happen. And when I look at like any kind of trouble, turmoil, anything that I've experienced in my life, it was so important for me to decide, no matter what, that I was going to believe in myself, that there was nothing that could take me out other than me. Let me know, Carrie, Lauren, like, are you letting anything else take you out of the game? Oftentimes, as entrepreneurs, we have to liken ourselves to athletes. How many of you guys, do you have any favorite athletes? Give me some favorite athletes. Put them in the comments. Who are some athletes that you look up to, that you admire? I've been coupled with athletes. I've been in rooms. I've worked with them. And there's something about athletes. There's something about people that do physical things with their body and that they decide that they are winners no matter what. Michael Phelps, winner no matter what. Lauren, you're not a sports girly, but Steph Curry and think Kim Kardashian. She decides she's going to win no matter what. Michael Phelps didn't get five, right? It wasn't it five gold medals in one Olympics. He didn't get all of those because he had a shoulder cuff, a rotator cuff, a little pain, and he said, I'm going to give up here. No, what did he do? He pushed through it. He pushed through it. He pushed through it. He pushed through it. Simone Biles, right? She's like, I am going to be the best gymnast. She's going to break records this gymnastic season because she decided to be in it no matter what. And what if you decided that you were in it no matter what? What if you decided that no one else, nothing else, nothing outside of you got to determine whether you were going to show up for yourself? This is the this is something that you all are born with. but it gets conditioned, and it especially gets conditioned out of women. Women are taught, you know, you don't want to be too masculine. Just because I'm going for my goal, going for my dream, going for that, that doesn't make me masculine at all. In fact, that puts me in my feminine. It puts me in the desire. It puts me in me knowing that things get to work out for me and that people get to go out of their way to do things for me and that I am in my feelings. I'm in my flow. I'm in my flow. We get conditioned to think, oh, you don't want to get disappointed. Let me protect you. Forget disappointment. Guess what? Michael Phelps would have been not disappointed if he got the silver medal. He would have been disappointed if he didn't try. And so, what are some circumstantial things that you are letting take you out of the game? Forgetting that you're the one, forgetting that you have this desire. The reason why you have this desire is because you're the one. What are some circumstantial things that you let take you out of the game? Put it in the comments. I'll tell you some: likes, comments, engagement. I posted something and it just, the reel didn't just only had 200 views. Oh my God. When in life could you do something and 200 people looked at it and now it's not good enough? What are you letting take you out of the game? What are you letting make you forget that you're the one? I have a new mastermind and it's called the One Mastermind. And the purpose of the One Mastermind is for six and multi six and seven figure entrepreneurs to come in there and remember they're the one, right? To come in there and just remember that they are here to really sit and decide that they get to be the one. And with the One Mastermind, it's 8 weeks and it's going to culminate at Freedom Queen Live, which is a 3-day event in Florida. Even if you're not in the One Mastermind, you can still come to Freedom Queen Live. It's 3 days and you get a one-to-one call with me if you're coming to Florida. So just saying. But Freedom Queen Live, the reason why I'm doing this and I'm culminating this event, this live event with the mastermind, is because when we come together in person, the energy is like exponentially bigger. When we come together in person, the energy is like, wow, and it amplifies and it really creates all of the things that, like all of the things, the oneness. I'm going to do this. It gives you energy. You're like, yes, I'm not going to let this stop me. And I remember when I used to attend events when I was in corporate, it always reminded me I was the one. And I always got more money, promoted, all those things after the events because one, I was in the room with the people talking to the right people, but two, I also felt the energy and was like, yeah, I'm the freaking one. And so let's see. Lauren says, your voice is always in my head when I catch myself thinking about engagement. And then Carrie says, what about low energy and fatigue from all the stress? Okay. One of the biggest things, well, first of all, we know you have a lot of things going on. And one of the biggest reasons for fatigue, one of the biggest reasons that we're exhausted is because of resistance, not because of the stress or moving and taking action. It's because we've been resisting doing what we know we're supposed to do. And so when it comes to low energy, when it comes to fatigue, I say, what am I avoiding doing? What am I creating more resistance for? Like, what am I sitting down here and fighting against? And once I let go of the fight, once I let go of the fight, guess what? Guess who has more energy? Guess who can move? Guess who has, like, oh my God, okay. You know, when we have stressful situations, trust me, I understand there are stressful situations. There are things that happen in life. But one of the most important things about stressful situations is that we always have choices. When you decide that low energy or a stressful situation will stop you from doing what you know you need to do, that's when you're giving it away to circumstances. Instead, what you do is say, what's the solution here? If I'm feeling low energy and I'm feeling stressed out, what are the things that I can do to shift this situation? And so let's say that I'm feeling stressful because there's a lot of pressure on me to get some things done. Then I say, okay, I feel like I'm stressed because there's a lot of things that I need to get done. What is the first couple of things that I can do that would even relieve the stress? And so, do you see, I move from a victim place, I move from a circumstantial winning place, right? Oh, the circumstances are telling me what to do and how to do it. I move from that space into a space of this is what I'm choosing, this is what gets to happen, and this is the solution. When you shift from circumstantial to solution oriented, when you decide, you know what, I'm feeling low energy. Okay, let's see. What am I resisting? What am I not doing that I know I'm supposed to do? Right? What am I fighting against? And then let all of that go, right? Release that, get the answers there, and then say, okay, what's my solution here? What do I do now? Because when you do that, you'll find that you'll lighten the stress. The energy will come back. It'll really, like, you'll feel more energized because you decided to finally do what you've been needing to do. And sometimes the answer is, let me go take a nap. Let me go take a nap. Let me rejuvenate. And then now let me look and find a solution to the situation, because there's always, 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 always a solution. Lauren, drop the link to the Freedom Queen Live just in case. So what I want you to do is, if you think, when we're thinking athletes, do you think that Michael Jordan never got tired? Do you think that, Michael Phelps never got tired, never got stressed? Do you think that Steph Curry was like, feeling rainbows and unicorns all the time? No. And if we think about, you're like, okay, we think about gymnasts, right? Because a lot of these are men. So the first thing people are going to say, yeah, but they're men. This is why I'm like, the thing you have to remove from your vocabulary is yeah, but. You got to decide that it's yes and. There's no such a but. There's no buts. I'm going to do this, and I'm doing this no matter what. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to do the things I need to do. Okay. And so if we think about Simone Biles, if we think about a lot of women that um, have decided that they are going to, we think about a lot of gymnasts, right? They're working with injuries, they're working with fatigue, they're working with exhaustion, but they don't stop themselves from showing up. And so every single time you try to give yourself an excuse for why you can't, you got to stop it. You got to say, there's no excuses. I'm going to rest, and I'm going to say, what's my solution? What's the solution? What's the solution here? Let's see. She says, yes, a lot of times once I write out my list, I get overwhelmed by it. And when I start trying to do the task, my body shuts down and puts me to sleep. Now, do you see how, like, you just gave your power away to your body now? My body is shutting down and it's putting me to sleep. No, you get to say, I'm not going to sleep right now. You could say, nope, I'm going to do this differently. Do you think we don't have times, like, I don't have times when I'm really, really tired? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired, but I know, let me get this one thing done and then I'm going to go to sleep. But what does that do? It stops me from giving my power away to my body, and it puts the power back in my hands. Right? So I want you to remember that you're not a victim to anything, not your body, not anyone else, not anyone's decisions. It's like, okay. And so if you're looking at your list, what did I say about overwhelm? Overwhelm, there's no such, like, we don't believe in overwhelm. We believe in abundance of choices and abundance of actions. And so if I have a list and I'm looking at it and I'm getting overwhelmed, I just get to shift my viewpoint of looking at it. I get to say, okay, matter of fact, this is the 50 things I need to do. Okay. Non-emotionally. Okay. Whew. These are the 50 things. I have an abundance of a list of things that I get to do. What are the ones that I can prioritize today? Do you see how, like, I'm going to bring myself back to neutrality? I'm going to use my breath, and I'm going to say, I'm committing to doing these 5 things today, and I'll get back to that list tomorrow. I'm committing to doing these 5 things this today, and now I'll go to the next things tomorrow. So do you see how like I'm taking the emotion out of it because it's just a fact. I got a long list. It means nothing about me. It just means that there are things that I got to do. It's just things I got to do. And now I'm going to see which ones I want to prioritize. Let's see. Harry says, it literally feels like I've been drugged with sleeping pills. I can't fight it, meaning I'm trying everything I can to fight it, but it's not effective. Okay. So these are some of the other things that you can do. So if you're like, I can't fight it, it's overwhelming me, and I feel like so exhausted. Okay, fine. What do? You decide, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to say, okay, this is what I need to do. And I'm going to buck the fuck up when I get to sleep after I take this nap. And I'm going to do these 5 things. Like you've got to push yourself. You are going to have to push yourself because you have now trained your body that anytime you have something you don't want to do, put me to sleep. You've trained your body. So now you've got to untrain it. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to untrain it. And the way you untrain it, just go to sleep, take your nap. And then when you get up, say, I have no excuse. I took a nap. I'm not tired. This isn't tired. This isn't tired. And you get to say, body, you're not tired. You're just trying to avoid. And I'm not going to let you avoid this right now. I'm not going to let you avoid this right now because you are trying to play a game. And we're not going to play this game anymore. And then you say, I already gave you your sleep. You got your sleep. Now I'm going to do this. You see? And so one other thing you can do, and I don't know if you've done EFT. I think you do EFT, and you did a training for it, right? And so another thing you can do is I have an EFT. I'll look at the one that I want to give to you. We'll add it to we'll add it to your list of programs. But it really is about deciding that you're going to trust yourself. You're going to trust your movements. You're going to trust yourself. And because there's an energy here that gets to be shifted. As the energy that like, you're just like, I just want to fall away and run away from this. And that's what the putting to sleep is doing. It's like putting you in a state of, I don't have to deal with this. And I've seen this with a lot of women that we're like, it's kind of like that fawn response, oh, okay, Carrie, I have a client, her name is Skylar. She is doing a cortisol challenge. It's an amazing challenge. And she also does readings. You might want to join that challenge because you can watch the video. She'll do the reading. You can answer questions or ask questions. She has a Telegram group for that. And it could help you like get out of, because you're in either right now, you're in fight, flight, freeze, like you're in all of it. And that's okay. But we get to now move yourself out of it. So check out that cortisol challenge. I'll see if I can find the link. She's on Facebook. The videos are on Facebook. I'll see if I can find that link. But tapping will be good for this too, because you gotta like, you have to uncondition your body from trying to run away from things that you're responsible. It's like running away from the things that you don't want to do. And it's doing that by being tired, by saying, I don't have the capacity, by saying, I can't, right? What if you remember that you gave birth to 2 kids? And what if you were decided in the middle of labor, I can't do this. I'm just tired. You can't do it, right? Your body is like, no, you can. You're about to push this baby out, and this is what you can do, right? And so it's just another reminder of your power. And like, if I can push 2 babies out of the size of this, I definitely can do some paperwork, and I definitely can move through this, and I definitely can do the things that are on this very, very long list. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, Carrie, because you are so powerful And you just have to remind yourself of it. And you're going to have to, like I said, decondition yourself from um, giving into the pills, giving into this. There's also a piece of you, and I don't know if you did the parts work session with Andy, but there's a piece of you that doesn't, you are so upset about this situation. Let me know if I'm saying it right, because we're getting into channeling now. You are so upset about this situation. And there's a piece of you logically that's ready for it to be over, but there is a piece of you that just wants this person to pay for everything that they've done to you, for what they're doing to your kids, for the way that everything has gone, for the years that you put into this situation, for the years that you have this, for the years and the years and the years of suffering that you feel like you've had. And so there is so much, yes, there's so much rage about the situation. You've got to let the rage out. You've got to like be like, and stop letting this, because the reason why you had this rage and you're allowing yourself to like try to drag it along, and it's not intentional, it's very unconscious, but you are so angry about this situation, you'd rather drag both of you along to punish him, but it's really punishing you. That's the only person that's getting punished here. And so you say, yes, thank you. My nervous system has been stuck and burnt out on all fronts. I'm putting out all my might, but it feels like pushing a solid wall. I will check out the cortisol challenge. That's going to be big for you. You'll get some readings, you'll shift, but it is going to also be about getting your gumption to be like, okay, I'm going to regulate my nervous system while taking this action. It's not going to feel good. It's going to feel challenging. It's going to feel hard, but I got to do it because I need to let this go. And it's going to be about letting go the rage because it's only hurting you. It's only hurting you. And so if that means beating up some pillows, if that means screaming, if that means, I don't know if you have, I know you do, you're in Jersey, right? You know those places where you can like beat up and destroy like all of the things. I forget what it's called. It's like a place you pay and you get a bat and a thing and you're like beating up and breaking up old stuff and like you're like tearing it up. Maybe you need to go to one of those places and just be like, I am so mad. I am so mad about this situation. It has been 7 years and and I hate you and and like you just need to get all of that rage out. Yes, the rage room. You need to go to a rage room and you need to just get the rage out and you need to just let yourself like exhaust yourself enough to just release all of the rage and then be done with it because it's only hurting you. It's only hurting you. Let's see, I used to drag it out because of the financial concerns, and now I just really want it to be over. So, if you really just wanted it to be over, this is subconscious. Because if you really just wanted it to be over, your body wouldn't be putting you to sleep when it got to handling the things that you need to handle. You see what I mean? Like, you there's the rage there, and the rage is what's leading this situation. And because you're so angry, you want to punish him so badly, you're willing to punish yourself to drag this thing out. And so, how do you do that? Putting yourself to sleep when you know there's things that you need to do and avoiding the things that you need to do. Okay. So, your assignment, Carrie, go to the rage room. I'm telling you, and I want you to go with the intention of releasing this rage once and for all. Because once you close the door and walk away from that rage room, I want you to be like, I'm done. I'm done being mad at this situation. I'm releasing him. I hope he finds the love of his life and I hope he thrives because I am going to thrive and I'm going to find the love of my life and my children are going to love me and I'm going to make so much money on my business. I'm going to have the time of my life and I wish he has it too. Let's see. Lauren says, "Oh my God, I need one of the rage rooms. We should go. We should go find the rage room in St. Pete." Let's see. Carrie says, "Yes, I do need to do that. Throw the dishes, swing some bats." Yeah, because you've been holding this in for so long. Okay, good. Find one in Clearwater. Okay, let's go. Carrie, you've been holding this rage in for so long, and it's actually it's the underneath. And I know Skylar's going to say this. It's what's underneath causing you to put yourself to sleep. Because how many times, oh my God, this is a whole new, like, we should break this into two podcasts. But how many times have women been told they can't be mad? They can't be anything? I was just watching Marco Polo. It's a Netflix show. It's older. It's like 2016, 2017 or something like that. And one of the concubines, she said they placed the woman in the room, had a lot of mirrors around. And she's like, "You're just in this room for mirrors." And he said, "Why?" And he said, "Why do you think they do that?" And she said, "It's to practice feelings. And it's to practice like teaching yourself how to act and how to be with men, right? And be and show different types of feelings." And she was like, "But there's one feeling they told me we can never, ever, ever have." And he said, "What?" Anger. As a woman, she could never be angry. She could never be mad because a man could not, like, she didn't want an angry woman. And so you are mad. Like, you are so mad. And it's time for you to be like, "I'm letting this go." And so the rage room homework is one. And then number two, I'll find you the link to the cortisol challenge. I have it's on her. She does a Facebook group, but she also is on Instagram. I mean, she's also on YouTube. Oh, you know what? Let me find it on YouTube because I can just put the link here. She's amazing. Skylar is amazing. And you can get into her group. I'll give you the link to her group. Hold on, I just got the link. All right, so here's the link to day one. Day one of at Skylar cortisol challenge. Okay. All right, so here is the link to the cortisol challenge. Let me find, I'm going to get you the link to I'm going to get you the link to her group. Here is the group info. Yep, here's the invite link, copy link. This is the link to the group. And there's a place for you to ask for readings and ask questions and things like that. And for you, I want you to think about what you want to ask, but you can tell her the same thing. Tell her, say, "I have a lot of things that I need. I'm in the middle of a very contentious divorce, and I have a lot of things on my plate that I have to get done. Yet I've been stuck in freeze mode for so long. Whenever I go to do it and I write a list of all the things that get to be, need to be done, my body puts me to sleep and I can't figure out what to do. But I really am ready for this to be over. And I have so much rage." Like, tell her all of that, like, put it in there, and then you can type it up and submit it, and she'll do a reading on you and your situation. And she'll give you like some steps of how to release this. And she also does clearings. So she'll say, Archangel Michael is doing this and doing that. Are you open to allowing this to be released? That kind of stuff. And it will put you in a moving mode. I promise you, you're going to feel so much better. But also, this is going to be good. Okay. So these are the links that I want you to, if you can click them now so that they are, because once we close this, you won't have access to getting to the links and it doesn't save it and put it in the live video. So click both of those links now so you can save those and they're up on your computer or up on your phone. And then you can come back to them after this video. But I know it's going to help you. One of the biggest things that you are going to find is it's going to be important for you to get out of the rage, which the rage room is going to help. But also, too, is for you, once you let go of this rage, you may find that you get out of freeze. And I'm sure Skylar's going to have some other like suggestions for you, but I really feel like the getting out of the rage, releasing the rage, no longer needing to punish him, you're going to be fine. Okay, so then you say, "I'm going to need an extra long session. I hope he does meet someone else. I wish he would have a long time ago." Okay. Well, he will. And you'll be able to move forward and move on. All right. So, all right, this was good. But this is huge about you deciding you're the one no matter what, because you're asking these questions. You're like, how do I clear this? Like, how do I move? Because I know my heart, like my soul wants me to move. And right now my body is stuck in like freeze, it's stuck in fight. Like it's in both of those, freeze and fight. And your body is like, is trying to keep you safe. And a way to keep you safe is to stop you from being so angry, right? And so it puts you to sleep because anger is a bad emotion, right? When it's not, it's just anger, it's just an emotion, it's no big deal, really. It really is no big deal. And so let's see. Carrie says, I clicked on both things. Thank you. Okay, cool. Really, a lot. This is going to help you. I mean, there's a cortisol clearing challenge. She also, if you look at her lives, she also had a nervous system regulation challenge too a couple of weeks ago, and it was very, very good. So I just know this is going to help you. Of course, you have Quantum Queen, and so you always can come in there. You know, I'm gonna love and shove you. I'm gonna flip flop slap you, but I also know that there are some things that are gonna help regulate you. Um, Another thing that you could do, okay, so the rage room. Have you ever done like an ice shower, like an ice cold shower, or a cold bath? Two of those things will energize you. So if you just put the shower as cold as it can get, very, very cold, after you do the rage room, right? So you've released the rage. And then just take a cold shower and allow yourself to sit under that cold water for at least a minute, if not 2 minutes. That would be great. You are going to like regulate your body and your nervous system. And you're going to get out of that and you're going to feel like, I've got so much energy. You can also do facials, ice facials to really bring you back to like bringing yourself back into your body and bringing yourself back to neutral. That is also something that will work. Cold plunges, you know, if you do the rage room and then go to a cold plunge, that's another thing that's going to help to regulate you. These are all things that are really going to help you get out of rage season into calm, collected, and I'm ready to move season. And so, like I said, these are all things that I know are going to help you. Let's see. She says, I'm a real wimp in cold water. I'm more of a steam room and sauna person, but I'll try it. Yeah, the ice facial, you could start off with an ice facial and like just really, really cold ice and like allow yourself to like regulate down. But a cold shower, I did the ice, remember the ice bath challenge? I did it in March. It was so cold, but I felt so alive after. I was like, oh my God. And it really does help. So these are just some of the ways that you can like adjust your nervous system and get you ready to move. But the rage releasing is going to be the biggest thing. And the rage is not just towards him. The rage is also for you because you're like, oh my God, I'm in this situation and it's been 7 years and I'm tired. I want to move, you know, so you're mad at yourself because you're not moving, but you're in rage. So you're not allowing yourself to move. So just the rage thing is really going to help. And then, like I say, Skylar and her cortisol things are really going to help you too. Let's see. Lauren says, start with the ice facials or the face dunks in a cold water. Yes. It's good for your skin too. Yes, exactly. That's so great. Okay. All right. Let me wrap this up. This is just a reminder that you're the one. You're the one. No matter what's happening in your circumstances, no matter how tired you are, no matter how you're like, my body's putting me to sleep, you're still the one. And when you come back to remember, okay, I'm the one. I'm tired right now. I'm going to ask for the support that I need. You know, I'm going to ask for the support I need. So you came to this call, you asked for the support you need, and now you have a whole bunch of suggestions that not only remember that it's in your hands and that I can do something about this, even when I'm tired and even when my body is putting me to sleep, there's other solutions for me. Then that just reminds you how you're the one. Let's see. Carrie says, "Oh yes, I'm super mad at myself too for making such a bad decision. Bad judgments cause so much regret." Yeah, and you got to release that because you got to be like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I cannot change the past. I cannot change my actions. And so I got to release the anger at me, the anger at him, the anger at the situation, the anger at the judges, the anger at the system, anger at the lawyers, anger at the anger and anger at the, I got to let it go. You got to just be like, you know what? It is what it freaking is. Because I'm the one. It is what it freaking is. I'm the one. I'm the common denominator. I can change this. I can change this situation. And I'm going to do the things that I get to do to change it. All right. I love you. Check out the video from Skylar day one. I think day two is probably happening too. I don't know. It should be right after that. I think it happened today or it's happening later on today. And definitely jump into that Telegram group and ask for a reading because I'll be so interested in what she says your next steps would be. Okay. All right. I love all of you. Bye.